Hello, children. Welcome to social science class. I will give you some clues. Will you find the answer? Okay. There are some institutions that people regularly visit, and people come with money, go back with money. They talk about money, deal with money. Here, people collect money and lend money. Here they issue passbooks, checks, challan, tokens, DD leaf. Totally, it's a place of full of money. Have you got the answer? Yes, you got it. And even many of you are part of these institutions. What's the answer? They are banks. Dear children, today's class, let us discuss and learn about banking transactions, Unit 1. From this chapter, we are going to learn the main objectives. They are meaning of banks, characteristics of banks, banks and post offices in financial transactions, types of banks, types of accounts, procedures to open a bank account, advantages of bank accounts. Students, let us know background of banks. This banking system developed around 200 years ago. They are financial institutions. Here money is deposited and money is lended. They give loan for interests. An exchange of money of countries take place here. Development of a country depends on a good banking system of that particular country. Banks give financial help to agriculture, industries, and other sectors. Let us define word bank. What is bank? Bank is a word, comes from Italian word banco or French word banque, means bench or money. Because all money transactions were taking place on desks. Banking company is defined like this. It's a company which transacts the business with finance or a money. Banks accepts deposits of money from public and lends money to those who need as a loan. What is the banking? The services of banks are called banking. Banks repay the deposits in the form of checks, drafts, or some other forms. What are the characteristics of banks? Totally there are 11 points. Dealing with money, individual firm company, acceptance of deposits, lending loans, payment and withdrawal, agency and utility services, profit and service orientation, ever increasing functions, connecting link, banking business, and the last one, it is name identity. Let us briefly discuss each points. First one is dealing with money. It's a business of money, as I told you in the introduction. It's always deals with money. Hana, hana, hana. Money, money, money. Second, you can see individual or firm or a company. Banks may be by an individual or by an organization or a company, but do the work of money transactions. Third point is the acceptance of deposits. Customer can deposit money in a bank how much he wants. Bank accepts the deposits and returns it back to the customer with interest. Next point is the lending loans. All types of loans are given to customers. For example, educational, house, vehicle loans, etc. Next point is the payment and the withdrawal. It accepts our payments as well as it allows us to withdraw our money in the form of checks or the draft. Sixth point you can see there, agency and utility services. Many facilities are given which are useful to the customers. Seventh point is the profit and service orientation. One side banks give services to the customers, and the other side they aim to make profit. Next is the ever increasing function. The services never end. They establish many branches to increase their services all over India. Next is the connecting link. A person who deposits money and a person who borrows money from bank are connected or linked by bank. Let us see the 10th point, that is a banking business. Children, people do different types of business. Likewise, banking is also a business. Last point, it is a name identity. Every bank has its own identity with different names like Utility Bank, State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Bank of Karnataka, etc. Next heading is the functions of banks. Let us discuss the various works are done by banks. One, accepting deposits from public, and another lending money to public and other institutions in the form of loans. Third is the transferring money from one place to another, that is we call it the remittance, like net bank, phone pay, etc. Fourth point you can see there, money can be collected on checks, drafts and bills. Fifth point is the discounting of bills. Here I would like to give you an example so you can understand it better. Think there are three people, seller, buyer and a bank. A seller sells a product to a buyer worth rupees 10,000. Buyer does not pay him immediately, but he gives an authorized bill or acknowledgement to the seller worth rupees 10,000 for a period of 3 months. As seller needs money urgently, he goes to a bank and surrenders that bill to the bank. The bank sanctions money to the seller, holding back some service charges, and it pays only 9,500 and takes 500 rupees as a servicing charge or interest. After 3-month period is over, the bank collects back the money from the buyer, rupees 10,000. This is the work done by bank. There itself you can see one more point, that is hiring safe deposit lockers. Here lockers can be hired for rent to keep all our values. Seventh point is conducting foreign exchange transactions. All types of foreign monies can be exchanged or changed into Indian rupees. Eighth point is keeping valuable things in safe custody. Bank gives protection to our valuables. Ninth point, issuing letters of credit and guarantee. For example, a buyer has a big amount or a source in the bank. While selling a product to a buyer for credit, Sala, seller wants some guarantee from the bank. Here bank issues a credit or a guarantee letter. The next point, last point, is conducting government transactions, both state and the center. All kinds of government financial transactions are done through the banks. Now let us study the two relationship between a bankers and a customer. This relationship can be divided into two categories. One is called general relationship and second one is a special relationship. And the general, there are 3 points. One is a primary relationship. It is also called debtor and creditor relationship. Here banks become debtor, means takes loan from the customers. Creditor is a customer, they take loan from the banks. Second point, you can see subsidiary relationship. It's also called as a trustee and beneficiary relationship. Trustee is a bank and beneficiary is a customer. Here bank always encourages customers to grow financially by encouraging them to invest money in various schemes. Third one, agent and principal relationship. Agent is a bank, principal is a customer. Bank does the works or the services on behalf of customers. For example, paying electrical bill or any other types of payments. Bank does it on behalf of us. Second relationship is special relationship. Here banks, they have the obligation to do it. There are two types here. One is obligation to honor checks. Banks must give due respect to checks. They cannot neglect. Second obligation is to maintain secrecy of accounts. Banks have to maintain secrecy of our accounts. They can't reveal our account balances to anyone, not even to our parents or kith and kin or even to our close friends. Banks do a lot of services. Let us discuss them. 1. Banks give us facilities of debit card and credit card. 2. They give personal loans. 3. They also give us home and vehicle loans. 4. They give us mutual funds, encouraging us for investments. 5th, they provide safe deposit lockers. 6th, they do the trust services, guaranteed or promised services. 7th, signatures are guaranteed. It takes the responsibility of our signature. Eighth one, last one is e-banking services. For example, all kinds of mobile banking, Paytm, etc. Dear children, with this we come to an end of Unit 1 and we will discuss the other objectives in the next unit, Unit 2. Shall we evaluate ourselves what we have studied in this lesson? Okay, children. Let us come for the evaluation. My question is, what is a bank? Got the answer? Listen to my answer once again. Recall it. Banks are financial institutions which use the money deposited by customers as investments and agree to return whenever they require. Second question is, which are the two types of relationship between the bankers and its customers? One is general relationship and second one, it is a special relationship. Okay, today I would like to give a small homework. Children, write the characteristics and the functions of your bank. I'll repeat once again. Write the characteristics and functions of your bank. With this, we come to an end of today's lesson. Thank you all. Take care. Stay safe. Meet you again. The same chapter, Unit 2. Bye.